Inmate to Roommate, Season 2, Episode 6. Let's get into this foolishness. Or should I say, the fool la la.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that
You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello, everybody, and this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my subscribers who have been here with me for the long haul and my members, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, if I had to rate this episode of Inmate to Roommate Season 2, Episode 6, I probably will rate this episode a C. Y'all let me know downtown in this comment section what you all would rate it. So let me get into this. Hello there, Charlotte. Let me shout out my members. Hey there, Charlotte. Hello, Carla. Hey, Yolanda C. Yolanda C gave it a Yolanda Gibson. I'm sorry, gave it a C. Who else is up in here? Hey, L. Hey, C. Becky. Hey, y'all. Hey, JW. JW was up in here first. Hey, fam. Hi, everybody. And of course, we got a highlight already, Della. Y'all. Hey, Kennedy Moore. Okay, Judy gave it a B. Cynthia Hughes gave it a C. Charlotte gave it a C. Barbara gave it a C. Okay. Did I get Yolanda? I think I got Yolanda first. Yep, I sure did. Okay. You gave it a B minus, boo? Okay. All right. Okay. Kennedy Monroe, what you give it? You gave it a C minus. Okay. A B. Why? The twist about Jennifer I thought was long gone. Okay. So let me bring up these individuals so we can talk about their this about to get messy between Aaron and David. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. This week, Aaron had his family and friends and his support system come over to David's house for a welcome home party of sorts. His friends was fine. Anyway, that's not the point, Auntie. But he had them come over to the house, right downtown to the house. And so, David has opened up his home. And of course, David has told us that, he was, basically a racist. And so he is reforming himself, I guess, one black person at a time. I don't know. But Aaron happens to be the black person that he is reforming himself with, okay, at this point. So now he about to have, a couple of chocolate people downtown in the house. Now, Aaron friends come in and they give a little background about him, right? And they talk about, if this goes, one of his friends said, if this goes bad, it's going to be really a bad situation, right? If Aaron goes back to the ways that, Aaron is accustomed to. Hey, Stevie Trues. Hey, boo. So he got the friends in. They cooking up the typical burgers and everything. They thank him for being in the home, and they tell Aaron how blessed Aaron is to even have this opportunity to live up in David's camp. So in walks Aaron's daughter, Abby. Abby is 24 years old. She said that she has not spent any time with her daddy. He's been out of her life more than he has been in it. And I was pissed. I don't know why I took it personal, but I did. I was pissed. She said this mofo came into her life when she was 11 years old. And she don't even remember when she had a daddy in him. But she bit the bullet and went to see him in prison, and now she's at the party. So he hugs her, they hug each other, all that kind of stuff. Then he wants to take her on a tour of the home to show her where he's staying. So she obliges him and she goes, with him. And she's like, the room is nice and big. David has really made it a very comfortable place for Aaron to be in. And here comes Aaron with the bullshit. Excuse my language, but I'm sorry. It is what it is. And I just absolutely needed to let that roll up off of my tongue. I need to let that roll up off my tongue. Because that was some bull. I did not believe one word that came out of Aaron's mouth, including the apology. He brought his daughter in the room and he wants to have a conversation with her about a letter she sent to him. She sent him a letter that he said that initially he didn't even write it. He responded back and told her wrong place, wrong time. Who the boop? He said after a certain time period, he write it. She basically was telling him how she felt, how many days she waited for him. She said she can't go back to her childhood and give him any more chances. She's not going to let her guard down because he has hurt her over and over and over again. And he sits there and make this about him with a side dish of an apology. Instead of just taking ownership that you sent me this nasty message saying that I ain't got, why would you say this at this time and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And there probably was some other stuff in it, but she's done with having an expectation of him being a father. And he's saying the only reason why he even changed his life around, if he has, because this is the first time when I've really seen the bull coming up out of his mouth. He changed his life around for her. No, you didn't. You were continuing to live the same life. You got busted. You're back in jail again. And you want to appear to be reformed. The friends had apprehensions about him because they made several comments to the fact that they hope he is living the straight. Don't nobody really have confidence that he gonna fly right. And Abby, if you are watching this, protect your heart, honey, with all due diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. You protect your heart, your space, your time, your mental wellness, like you protect it with everything in your body. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't believe nothing that came out your daddy's mouth. Matter of fact, having that conversation with you, it appeared to me that not one bit of integrity showed up in him. He was wishing and a praying and a hoping. And Abby said, after a while, when she was talking to him about her childhood and how he hurt her, and how she opened up to him, and how she had an expectation that she would finally have a father, how he came to her and promised her that he would be a daddy in her life, and he wasn't. And now you want to guilt trip her into thinking she is the reason why you changed your life around. No, incarceration slowed you down. Because according to Abby, you've been doing this all her life. And she said, right now, I am 20 and I ain't got it to do. And good for you, Abby. Good for you. Hated it. Hated it. I lost all respect for him when that daughter showed up. Straight up. All of it was gone out the window. Daniel and Cathy told Devin, if you do drugs, you cannot stay with us. Last week they was back, well, the week before last, because last week was the 4th of July, Independence Day. They told him, you do drugs, you can't. But they was thinking about his grandmother and was about to backpedal off of it. But this week they got their senses together, especially given the fact that somebody had paid his bond. Now they called his sister Carissa and asked Carissa, did she know who paid the bond for him to get out of jail? She told them no. So they went down to the bail's bondsman and they played Jeopardy with Carissa. Hey, Carissa. Cathy went outside. Carissa. The bail's bondsman said that the bond been paid. No, but I still don't know who paid it. Do you? Yeah, I did. She says, what did he say to you to make you change your mind? Nothing. This what Carissa been doing. This what she been doing. She want to let this motherfucker out so he can be a menace to society while she sit in a single family home with her kids. And he can't come in there, but he can wreak havoc out in the street. This motherfucker said that when he got caught doing what he was doing with the whoop whoop and the boo boo boo, that he don't even remember if he was pulled over to the side of the road. He could have killed people. He in somebody else's city. One thing about a drug, if somebody's ass on drugs, they gonna find the drugs. I don't care what environment you drop them in. If they want to use, and they're going to find the drugs. He's in another state and found them. Last week, he told Daniel and Cathy that they gave up on him. So this week, Cathy goes down there to pick him up to take him to a drug rehab center. They pick him up with the grandmother. The grandmother was like, he can't stay with me. I've been trying to get him help all his life, wanting the best for him. She on the cane and can barely walk. But she came down there to meet her girlfriend, Cathy. Because y'all know last week, Cathy was concerned whether or not she was going to be mad at her. I think her name was Beverly. So they goes, down there, downtown and to go and get him out. He comes out, this arrogant, ungrateful, entitled son of a bitch comes out. Don't hug his grandmother good, Miss Cathy. Don't say thank you. Just walk by and was like, let's go. I'm out of here. The grandmother was like, wait a minute, hold up. God damn, don't you see me sitting here? Never said thank you. He would have stayed in there. And if he was going to get out, why Carissa ain't come get him? Why Carissa didn't come get him? Carissa's tried, but then don't want Devin to fuck up. You don't want Devin to lie to Daniel and Cathy, but you lied to Devin and Cathy. You ain't no better than him. Because this couple opened up their door. So now we got him going to the car talking about he needs socks on. That's a drug move. That's a junkie stunt. He riding in the car with Cathy and still tell Cathy that they gave up on him. Show the fuck did. Soon as you gave up on yourself, I gave up on you too. I told your ass that you could not bring drugs in my house or use, and you did it. And so guess what? This car ride that came from Cathy wasn't nothing but a rub in his face. You can't help somebody that don't want to be helped. As you all know, this particular couple, this man ain't getting out of jail. And I think I told y'all that. So they off the show. I believe that Daniel and Cathy are also going to be off the show because they don't have Devin anymore. Unless they're going to be doing updates. But who gives a damn? And then we get to Cindy and Jennifer. Cindy, she's rude. She's controlling. She's narcissistic. She's unsympathetic. She has no empathy. She busted, disgusted, can't be trusted. But that goddamn Jennifer sat up there and lied and made me and many of you all think that Cindy had caused her to relapse when all she wanted was a night out and tried to find another place to stay because she did not want to live in Cindy's hoarding ass house. So she lied and had her girlfriend come over there, take her to a rehab center. But Jennifer was at her brother's house. Let me tell you something. I listened last week to True Feelings. Y'all know I mess with her. I like her a lot. True Feelings said that Jennifer pulled a junkie stunt. Now, I ain't never been a junkie. Never been one. Don't know nothing about it. But True Feelings basically was saying, Auntie, you did ass wrong. Jennifer pulled a junkie stunt. She wasn't ready to get off, and she was ready to get, and I respect her so much. I listened to her review. She didn't say my name, y'all. I'm just kidding. She didn't say my name. But she did say this was a junkie stunt. Now, y'all know I had taken the position that Cindy was the bitch that caused Jennifer to relapse because of all of the unnecessary rules. But as True Feelings said, she was like, they got to have rules. Come to find out, she gives Cindy a phone call and tells Cindy she was over at the brother house, but she can't stay at the brother's house. So basically, Jennifer was trying to find another pot and cot. And when she couldn't, she had to come back to Cindy and tell Cindy and grovel at her feet with the kiki and the caca and say, I lied. She pulled a whole entire junkie stunt. You playing on people's top and playing and acting on people's emotions. You sat there, you and your girl. So did the girlfriend fucking conspire with her bull? Did the girlfriend not drop her off at rehab, but dropped her off because how did she get to the brother's house? And if I was Cindy, I don't care how nasty and hoarded my house is, she couldn't have came back. She gonna call and say she lied. So Cindy was like, so do you want to come back? Because Cindy needed her to finish cleaning up, bitch. She needed her to come back, clean up, straighten up, and pay up. She sit up here telling us that she give a damn about her kids. She told me she couldn't stay at her brother's house because it was meth. That's where she used to do meth. Okay, so why you over there then? Because you was looking for another place to stay, and eventually you'd have been back on that junkie stunt. So she comes back. Cindy tell her, if you're going to come back up in the house, you need to take a drug test. They do a drug test, and it comes up negative for all drugs. Jennifer's a junkie. A lying junkie, in my opinion. She wouldn't have came back up in my house. She wouldn't have had one night of sleeping back on my hoarded bed. She would have got me too. Because I wouldn't have known, but I would have had that, I would have had people around me that, First of all, I ain't in no financial straits or no debt to bring one of these in my house and have any kind of I ain't got it to do, because you bring in bottom feeders. Not all people who go to jail, don't get it twisted, are bottom feeders, but almost everybody we've seen up on this is a bottom feeder. She gagged me. She had me dragging Cindy. Cindy, I apologize. Now you are most of the things I said, but you did not cause her to relapse. And so I apologize, because I'm big enough to do that. She just didn't want to live under your rules, and she didn't want to live in your nasty house. But you ain't caused her to relapse, because she came in up in there and said she lied about it. She couldn't have came in my house. She could not have come in my house. Not at all. These people are bottom feeders, in my opinion, y'all. I'm so disgusted because True Feelings was right. She was absolutely right. And I ain't mad at her because I sat and I listened to it from her perspective. And she was absolutely correct. Emily crazy as a bedbug. Jason, the minute that Emily walked out that house, Jason had a girl around the way, brunette, came up in there and did his thing. Emily is going back to work. Emily is broke as hell. Emily ain't got no money. And I don't understand why she got all them dogs living in her house. Because let me tell you something, honey. If you don't know it, dogs are expensive. Ain't nothing cheap about owning a dog. I went to the vet the other day. Maisie got, how many shots did Maisie get? I think Maisie got 4 shots. And some type of, annual little stool thing. Twyla got 3. They bust. We was in there every bit of 30, 35 minutes. I could have brought me a Louis or Gucci. I could have brought, it would have been like a little wallet or whatever. But anyway, I would have been able to. They bust me for $800 for some shots. And Emily is bringing him in her house for $500 a month. He been out of jail less than 24 hours and she won her $500. $500. I said, you know what? I need to reevaluate my finance. Because when I think about $500, what bills would that pay in my house? Bitch, I have to sit back and look. What bills is that going to pay in my house? She pressing this man. He says she's like the woman on a Willy Wonka. Charlie Brown. Wonk, 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 wonk. She takes him to a volunteer dog rescue joint for him to get a job. There was a dog there on the muzzle who has an issue, with people walking up on him. Next to the dog. He walks him and everything. Emily tells him, you could probably get a job with them. Bitch, they volunteer. That's probably how she getting half of her dog stuff taken care of. She tells him when she leaves the house, make sure he take care of the dogs for her. Ain't nobody come up in there for that. And if I am going to take care of your dog, you're going to reduce the rent. Because I'm going to charge you a dog, take care, a doggy daycare, a boarding fee or something, bitch. Because I ain't coming in here to be responsible for taking care of your dog. And she don't have little dogs. She got big dogs up in there. And I got big dogs. So I know the care that goes into taking care of a big dog is completely and totally different from taking care of a little one. Ask me, I tell you, it's a total different experience. For those of you all that been with me, when I had Boo-Boo, Boo-Boo was nothing to take around. I could swoop him up in my arms and all of that. And come on, Boo-Boo, I can carry him like a tote bag. Maisie and Twyla, they pull me down the street Between the two of them, they 98, 90 something pounds. They be pulling me. Wait, hold up. Then they jump on me. I think I got a scratch on this arm. Tear me up. So I'll come up the hill. TV no command. Oh my God. And you want me to take care while you go to work? No, bitch. You make sure you get them dogs taken care of before you go about this house. You need them to get water and be walked. Make sure you leave a bowl. And them doggy gates, what is that doing? Because I ain't never had a doggy gate that worked up in this house. And I got French doors in 3 sections of my home, and they be busting them. I can't with Emily. You got the poorest, most desperate people trying to help the poorest and most desperate people. And she pressing Jason for money. But Jason pressing every woman that he know in the neighborhood for something. And getting it too, because the woman, Jason had another woman come over to the house. Okay, wait a minute, let me finish the dog part. So they went and met the dog people. So Jason said, Emily has suggested that he can get a job with him. So Jason was like, I'm looking for a job. I just came out of prison looking for a job, and they was like, we volunteer. We don't pay nothing, but we some people that pay. Okay. He's like, this was a waste of time. No, Jason. It was a waste of time based on Emily's time frame. But that's how you make connections, by doing stuff, right? You do it, you get paid for it eventually. They got some hookups. They said they and stuff like that. Maybe, you can find you employment, right? But in the meantime, work at McDonald's, bitch. But no, he studied feeling like he's owed some for JJ, because the only thing on his mind is for JJ. So Emily is pressing him out about the $500. She's standing up in the people's face while he's looking for a job and talking about we ain't rich. So she's going around telling everybody she ain't got no money. If I was broke, bitch, you wouldn't know it. Does this book, right? They go back to the house. He calls one of his homeboys who owes him some money because she's pressing him out for the $500. The dude is on the motorcycle. He look like a little bad boy and all of that kind of stuff, right? So she's sitting out in front of the house and talk about how embarrassed she is that the neighbor and they're having this transaction outside. But bitch, you brought them in your house, and you mean to tell me that your neighbors don't know that you taking inmates straight up out of jail that you don't fucking know? That's the stuff. It ain't the guy on the motorcycle. It's the month you got living in the house. The threat in the call is coming from in the house. But maybe it's me. Maybe it's not Emily at all. But she in all this man's daggone business. He gets the money, brings her over the $500. Dude said, I got the boob. Can I go in the house and use the bathroom? She said, no. Why would you even ask me something like that? I don't know him, but you took his $500, and then she gonna talk about where she think the $500. And let me tell you something, honey. The money dirty. If the money dirty, you dirty because you took the dirty money from the dirty money man. And then you wouldn't let the man come up in there. And then you're gonna sit there and talk about him, but you ain't but one key, one door away from that man probably doing better than you are. But you judge him based on his outside appearance. Suppose I judge you based on what you look like in this picture, Emily. Jason was like, if you had somebody that came to visit you and they said they wanted to use the bathroom, I would have let them. She said, no, I wouldn't have. I'm 50-50 with that. It depends on my vibe with you. on whether or not you can come through my door. But you're going to wear foot covers and you're going to wear a mask when you come in. I don't care what nobody say. And if you coming in and you doing work, don't ask to use my bathroom. Now, I am funny about who cotton the squat up in my joint at times. At times. It all depends on how I feel, how comfortable I am, and what your purpose is for being in my home. I've had people who've come in and do work, like I had, major work done on my fireplace. And the guy was like, can I use? I was like, sure. But if she felt uncomfortable, she should have escorted him there, stood outside the door, and escorted him back in. But then again, once they're in your home, it's a whole lot of bull to get them out. So that's why I'm very particular about who I have in my home, because it's a lot getting them out, especially if they up to no good. She did not know him. So I'm going to give her a half of a pass. But y'all let me know down in the comments section what y'all think about it. But she took that dirty money. She said the money was dirty. She didn't know where it came from. She took it. If she had that much, apprehension, she shouldn't have accepted the money. But she a desperate hoe. So the next thing you know, she leaves out, goes to work. And of course, Jason now has a blonde-haired woman to come in the house. So he just screwing everybody. He making it do what it do. So she comes home and a woman's shoes is at the door. So she was a respectable hoe. She said, I ain't going to walk and track dirt through your house on my shoes. I'm going to leave my shoes at the door. Jason is disrespectful. If I got rules in my house, those are the rules in my house. Put that motherfucker out. He would have to go. She goes and it knocks on the door, come out. Jason and them are in there asleep at this point. This girl must have had some snap, crackle, pop, because she put that mofo to sleep. He couldn't even wake up to put her out. She tells Jason, this is my house. I want her out of here. He was like, I've been gone for three years. She was like, I don't care. Not my problem. Get out. She busts through the door and tell the girl, you're going to have to get up out my house. And I hope you do better. When I tell y'all I screamed, I screamed. I freaking screamed. She told her to pick better, do better. But you get on up on my house. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, why ain't he going to their homes? Do they not have? Or do they just want the D from her, but they don't trust them in their homes? Or do they got a whole bunch of little rug rats running around? I don't know. But I'm just saying, as a grown woman, if I'm going to do my thing, we're going to hotel it, vacation it. Okay. Let me not, let me be quiet. He's ungrateful and disrespectful. Just disrespectful. He don't have no respect for women, her, or the ones he's sleeping with. Women I don't even know what to say. He's trifling. But Emily is desperation. Emily, ain't nothing else you can do to make up that $500. What else can you do, boo? Can you do something more? I guess not. These people, in my opinion, as I've said, and I'm gonna go out saying it, they bottom feeders. They are the worst of the worst. Trifling. He's going to end up probably, I don't know if he will go with the disrespect. I don't know if he will put his hands on her. But he real suspect. Like for real. Anyway, y'all, this is the end of my review. I got so many things I want to say, and I'm biting my tongue. I'm sure y'all can tell. Y'all been with me long enough. Y'all know when I'm biting my tongue. It's so much I want to say about him, y'all, but I'm going to wait until the end of the episode, end of the season, to really say what I think about him. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my thinker is thinking, and I did some things I really, 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 really think about this man. But Emily set herself up for it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all ranked this show, what y'all thought about it. Tell me, basically, did Emily bring this on herself? What about Devin? Okay, is it over with Devin and them? Like, I don't know. And then we did not see Beta and Mark this week, child, and we needed that vacation, didn't we, y'all? We needed a week or two without seeing them, because I got a feeling that when they come back, based on the previews, that it's going to be a whole lot going on. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here, and until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. Bye, y'all.